Man, welcome back to another video, man. In today's vid, we're gonna be reacting to why blacks don't feel sorry for Charlie Kirk, man. I ain't gonna hold you, we gotta get straight to this, man, because I'm black and I feel sorry for him, bro. Like, I have no hate. Yeah, he has some views I don't agree with, but bro, this, at the end of the day, this is a husband, this is a father who lost their life, man. And most importantly, he had his fate in our Lord Savior, Jesus Christ. So let's just get straight into this, man.
People like me are facing violence, assault. The left. Yes, the campus Antifa. I've been stormed out of restaurants. I've been assaulted publicly, multiple death threats.
Black people are only 13% of the population, yet they commit 55% of the murders. Why?
On September 10,
That's
2005,
facts. I mean,
Charlie Kirk was at Utah Valley State University in
Was he
Orem,
wrong?
Utah. This was a public appearance, a
We gotta
part of
stop
his
that.
American comeback tour. And Kirk was standing under a tent, and then all of a sudden, crowd went into terror. And authorities believe that the shot came from a building approximately 200 yards away. Ultimately, he was hit by a sniper. And after being wounded, he was hospitalized. And later, he was pronounced dead. People thought that they had the shooter, but they didn't. And the shooter is still on the loose. And the conservative right are devastated. Many people across the country are paying their respects to Mr. Charlie Kirk, including President
Respectfully
Donald
so.
Trump. The White House posted on X, in honor of Charlie Kirk, President Trump is ordering all American flags throughout the U.S. to be lowered to half-mast. And this is what he said verbatim. In honor of Charlie Kirk, a truly great American patriot, I am ordering all American flags throughout the United States lowered to half-mast until Sunday evening at 6 p.m. Now, Charlie Kirk was a political commentator, but also an organizer. At 18 years old, he started Turning Point USA, who's going all around the country, galvanizing the American youth to become conservatives. And he had a huge platform on TikTok. I believe he had like 7.4 million followers. And the guy was just very, very popular. But after his death, people started coming out with certain criticisms. And those criticisms mostly came from the black community. Rewind! One of the things that Charlie Kirk talked about a lot was the black community gun violence and how violent crimes were in Black America and why that happened.
Black people are only 13% of the population, yet they commit 55% of the murders. Why?
Because black people tend to be in lower economic statuses.
So you think that poverty equals crime?
It's highly correlated. A lot of
This
studies
is where
on
we
that.
disagree. One
It's definitely highly correlated. I could see, yeah. When you're struggling, bro. That's the thing too. I don't expect Charlie Kirk, a white guy, probably from the whitest suburbs, grew up probably rich as fuck, to understand our struggles, to really feel us, like our pain, our like I don't even expect that. You feel me? So when he speaks on the black community, I look at it as like a third party speaking on the black community. You feel me? Like he's not really gonna understand us, guys. Like we gotta keep it a buck. You feel me? So this is just a guy that never been around us, never been in the hood, speaking on us. You gotta view it as that. And when you view it like that, you're like, oh yeah. So some things the only time he sees us is on the news. Is, oh, this black guy did this. So of course he's gonna look at us from a different perspective. You feel me? So when he speaks on us like this, I get it. You feel me?
an insult to the
That's all
working
he
poor of
sees.
this
why do
country.
You think Charlie Kirk in the widest suburbs interact with us? Like, no, he only sees us on the news. People around him are all white, wealthy. Even if it's a black person around him, it's probably wealthy. So you feel me? So like,
Think black people commit more
Well,
crime.
first of
Charlie
all,
Kirk.
what percentage of blacks have a father around when they're raised?
I'm not
see?
sure.
25%.
These guys, it's all news and statistics for them. You feel me? They're not actually seeing what really goes on. You feel me? So when they're speaking like this, just keep it in mind. You feel me? And when you keep it in mind, like, this is a guy with an opinion. Do I wish death on him? No. Sometimes do I agree? Yes. Sometimes I don't. It's life. We move on. Only God could judge.
75% of black youth are raised out of father in the home. 75%. It is the most predictable way to end up in prison, end up as a murderer or a criminal.
And why
It's
do
not a
you think that's
racism
a problem?
It's not a white supremacy problem. It's a fact that black fathers impregnate women and they don't stay around with the women that they have
why-
impregnated.
And this is another thing too. We gotta start taking accountability. Black fathers, we have to start staying in the picture. We can't just go around having baby mamas. I agree with that.
And he was very active in the DeCarlos Brown
And promoting it,
Irina
too.
Zarazuka case. Remember the young lady from Ukraine that died in North Carolina? And he shared this post, Charlie Kirk did. Will Kane is 100% white. We have been propagandized by liars and fakers in the media to believe that America is a vicious, racist country and indiscriminate attacks on black people by whites happen all the time. But the numbers tell the truth. Blacks' attacks on white people happen 3 times more often than white on black crime, despite blacks being only 13% of the population. Why won't the media people just tell the truth? Why lie when those lies result in innocent people dying?
Damn!
Now that's very interesting, okay? Not only was Charlie Kirk call out the left,
I'm sorry, this is not about this vid, but why was this, for real, on the real note, why was this guy let out, bro? If you have this many mugshots, I feel like the judge should be like, man, come on.
he also called out things concerning black holidays.
It's Juneteenth. What exactly is going on here? Well, very few people are willing to actually call this out. From the first time that this was floated as a federal holiday, I am thankful and proud to say on this program we opposed it. This is not about out of many one. No, it's about a certain skin color now gets their own summertime celebration. The exact same thing.
Like I said, do you see what I mean? He doesn't really view like us. We look at Juneteenth like, damn, we overcome this. We have to remember this because it was not long ago where we was getting whippings and stuff like that. And we should celebrate our leaders, our real leaders, not these new generation leaders. But him, like, look, he looks at it as a celebration, as a holiday. But us, it's deeper than that because he's not. You feel me? He's not us. He's not gonna get Juneteenth, and I understand that. You feel me? He's not really gonna understand what we go through and why we really enjoy this Juneteenth. You feel me? You don't get it. You feel me?
That happens before NFL games where they play the black national anthem. This recognition of this as a
Like, you tell me LGBTQ people getting their own holidays nowadays, bro. It's just like, come on, man.
quote-unquote federal holiday comes right out of the 1619 Project. Look who's most excited that this is a federal holiday. And they're not talking about this as a massive celebration. Oh, wow, look how far blacks have come. It has now become a racial complaining day. Now we have a full
You see, like,
day to be able to smear and slander white America.
you see what I mean? Like, we don't view Juneteenth as like, oh, I hate my white neighbor. It's Juneteenth. Like, no, bro. We view it as like, yo, let's remember our leaders, our Malcolm X's, our MLKs. Like, let's enjoy this time because look how far we done came from. We used to, you feel me? That's how we look at it. We don't look at it like, oh, I hate white people today. Like, you feel me? That's what I'm saying. He don't really get us. You feel me? And I understand that. We have different views, different opinions. Am I gonna hate the guy? Am I gonna say I wish death on him and celebrate when he dies in front of his kids? Hell no. I got my brain on.
This holiday is a wedge, and I put in quotes, holiday is a wedge, used to push for countless destructive policies demanded by BLM. And remember what BLM stands for: burn, loot, and murder.
Now, this is where it gets interesting, okay? Now we're going from blacks are violent, and then now we're going to Juneteenth. You don't like the holiday. Now, let me just say this. With a lot of the white conservatives, here's the mistake that they make. Number one, you tell black people, what do they have to lose? That was what Donald Trump was saying. And then it looks hypocritical when you have Charlie Kirk attacking a holiday that was about slavery. So what you're saying is you're attacking a holiday that people are expressing themselves because their ancestors were enslaved. And so now you're saying that it's not a real holiday. I mean, it becomes insensitive. And this is a point that we need to build on. Charlie Kirk, although he does have some relationships or had relationships with black conservatives, he would only have those relationships with you, as it appears, if you felt 100% the way that he did. Every black person you see Charlie Kirk with feels the same way, usually, I would believe, about the black community that he does. That's the only way you're going to become a part of Charlie Kirk's inner circle. He partly owns Turning Point USA, and the blacks there are underneath Charlie Kirk, right? And they have to feel the way that he does, and they have to be able to have these same talking points in order for you to get close to him. Okay? Now, if you say this about any other group, it's insensitive. And he was saying this about the black community. Again, if Charlie Kirk felt like this when it came to Juneteenth, it's something that he should have most likely kept to himself. All right? Now, if he talked about black on black crime and these violent crime problems, it's something that we can't really argue with. But now when you're talking about stuff like this, it's cutting to the edge where it is seen as disrespectful, okay? It's just what it is. It's something that he should have just left alone. Of course, what people do is they pander to their group, and then they know that their group obviously feels like this. So when black people hear a white person, a quote unquote white conservative talking like this, They don't like it, all right? And they don't like this person who is saying it, because the number one thing that blacks are going to believe is, why is he saying this? He doesn't understand the history. Why is he talking like this?
He doesn't.
Again,
Not really.
this is important. But then, what were Charlie Kirk's views?
He understands the history that was taught to him and how his family taught it to him. You feel me? He doesn't understand. Like, that's what I'm saying, bro.
On gun ownership.
Can't stand the word empathy. Actually, I think empathy is a made-up new age term that does a lot of damage, but
I think it's worth it. I think it's worth to have a cost of, unfortunately, some gun deaths every single year.
Number one,
Nah, I ain't gonna hold you. I want to age like fine milk. I'm be honest.
Charlie Kirk says here, he doesn't really have time for empathy, doesn't care about empathy, and it's worth
And
violent.
the reason why I feel so much empathy for him is because of the people that's online that are literally celebrating his death. At first, it was like, Charlie Kirk. But when I seen people online getting literally celebrating this man's death, I'm like, all right, now I even feel more empathy now, because you should never celebrate someone's death, man. Like, it's crazy.
Deaths in America just to have gun ownership. That's what Charlie Kirk says. What's the response?
So this is the guy that he dead if it was someone else. No.
So the young man is basically saying, listen, we understand that he passed. I'm not here to make fun of the fact that he passed, but Charlie Kirk himself doesn't have empathy for other people who die to gun violence. It is a cost of doing business. Okay? Now, I'm not here to damage the young man. He was only 31 years old. He was married. He has a family. For somebody to kill him because of his extreme views, for me, it's disgusting. I wouldn't want anybody being killed for their views, even if they're black, okay? But the reality is that there are people out there who will kill you for your views, no matter what you think, all right? And then at the same time, when you want people to have empathy for your community, in your group, and you have evidence of not having empathy for their group, when you pass away, people in this generation, it's not like it was before. Especially.
Yeah, that's one thing too. I know he says you don't have him, but like, I'm not gonna fight hate with hate. You feel me? At the end of the day, my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. That's all I gotta say. You feel me? It don't matter. We live and forgive, and especially how it happened too. Like, the way it just happened, so gruesome. Plus, this is bigger than Charlie Kirk. This is bigger, bro. This is a problem with America, man. Like, you can't have a different view. Someone gonna kill you for having a different view on something. You feel me? This is way bigger than Charlie Kirk. That's why I'm showing empathy too. Like, I could get killed if I have an opinion now. That's what I'm seeing. If I have an opinion that doesn't align with other people, and I'm viral, I'm famous, I could get killed. This could happen to anyone, not just Charlie Kirk. This is way bigger than Charlie Kirk, man. We get into an age where it's like everyone's so offended. You can't speak your own mind. Like, bro, this is crazy, bro. You got people trying to kill you for saying this, saying that. Like, bro, come on, bro. We need to do better as people, bro. Like, you feel me? Like, we need to start loving more, man. Like, forgiving more. Like, come on, man. It's like, come on. We need to be united. That's why all this politic is destroying us, bro. Like, we need to come as one, bro, and be like, you know what? This is bigger than him. Everyone should have freedom of speech. Feel me?
With the youth now, disrespecting dead people. We see it in rap music. We see it. People just don't care as much as they used to care back in the day. Like, back in the 90s and 80s, the Bloods and Crips, somebody going and kill their enemy, that would be it. Nobody would go and make a rap song about it and disrespect you. But now people are doing that, all right? So when Charlie Kirk passes away, nobody is going to be thinking about the fact that he's offended. Well, he has 2 kids. He has a wife. He was 31 years old. He had time to change some of his ideas. He was really changing the world. He was really a political activist for the right. He actually wanted to see the right things. Ain't nobody gonna think about that. People gonna think about it in the ways that they saw him when he was doing it. Like, okay, you didn't care about us, so what do you expect? And I think that the whites out there who are already in big tension under the Irina Zarasuka situation and DeCarlos Brown, the question that the blacks are gonna ask you is, who killed Charlie Kirk? Let's have a real serious conversation. Now, I know that you say blacks are attacking whites in these numbers. I don't know how skewed they are. Who tried to assassinate the president? It wasn't nobody black. Y'all quiet about that. And Charlie Kirk, in Utah Valley State, I can promise you, wasn't no brothers out there. Okay,
ain't no brothers in Utah with a sniper trying to killed Charlie Kirk. I promise you 100% it was a white boy. Let's keep it a buck, guys. Come on, bro. We don't even do snipers. We do Glock, ARs, and Dracos. And with a switch too. I ain't gonna hold you. Snipers, that's when it gets to like those white boys and shit. We don't even know how to shoot snipers. I'm gonna be honest, bro.
And that just goes to show you that despite all of his commentary, that black people took it.
And whoever did that shooting, that was a pro prestige master, gold camo unlocked. I've said this before. I know he had all the camos unlocked on that sniper. That boy he had all the perks activated. He probably had a UAV in. That boy was tactical with his shit. 200 yards is no joke, bro. With a sniper, 200 yards is no joke.
And took it in stride. They might not have liked it, but no black person said, let me go and shoot you for what you got to say.
Facts.
There are other whites online that are just disrespectful towards blacks, and nobody goes in and shoot them, okay? Same thing with people like Fresh and Fit and Myron, and that's why he's like, hiding out right now. Nobody black is going to...
I ain't gonna hold you. We can't be comparing Fresh and Fit Myron to Charlie Kirk. I'm gonna just say that, though.
go and just shoot them. They might beat them up or something like that, or want to fight them, but nobody's going to shoot you. But that's not the case when you look at when whites decide that somebody has to go on the left or the right. That's a little bit different, okay? Yes, we can most likely say that this shooter was a white person, and that the whole time this guy was going around talking about how violent blacks were. We're going to be honest about the real violence around the world and who has perpetuated it around the world for centuries at a time, okay? And since white people want to talk about how violent blacks are, I gotta ask you a question. Who do we learn it from?
Woo!
You see, the issue that whites try to do is to separate their bad behaviors from what they taught blacks. Everything we learned or know from broken English, from everything in America, good or bad, okay? We've learned it from you, okay? And whatever situations you put us in, and then that became a reality for us, yes, unfortunately, we kept those things up, the bad things. Now you want to say you tired of us. Now you want to say you tired of what we become. Well, the reality is that, see, what you taught us, you can't get away from. And that's the problem, you see? Now, what happened to us is now what you're also dealing with within your own community. And again, yes, blacks are violent and blacks have problems, but blacks are not killing the significant figures on the right or trying to assassinate presidents or political figures in America.
Facts.
We don't do that. So why don't y'all put the emphasis on where it needs to be?
We don't do school
Where's
shootings
the accountability for y'all? You want to do a race war? You want to do a riot war against the blacks because things are happening? Well, who has been your problem the whole entire time? It ain't been blacks. If you really want to be honest, what you would say is the liberal left, right? It's other white people. That's always been the issue in white America. It's never been black America because y'all always had that on lock. Both the white conservatives and white liberals have reduced blacks to where they're not a threat to you, a real threat. It's a talking point. You know who the threat is. The guys who own the businesses, the guys who own the big corporations.
It's all a big distraction.
The people who can make things like this happen. That is who your real issue is with. But I think some of y'all are afraid of them, so you become powerless and blame it on the blacks who don't have that power. Charlie Kirk went around talking about black dysfunction, and black people were not responsible for his death. It's unfortunate it happened to him, but who are your real issues there? And it's not us. We've been neutralized as a community against whites. It's been over a long time ago. That was the whole plan, and you got successful with it. But the problem is, now you have other issues coming in the country. That ain't got nothing to do with us, but we are a punching bag for y'all. Until now, you can't get out of it this time.
Okay.
So guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke J.
Man, this is just crazy, man. Long live Charlie Kirk, man. Don't go celebrating this man's death, man. Try to show love. Try to show mercy. And we all got different views on things, bro. We all got that one uncle. If we put the camera on him, you know he would be canceled in the first 5 minutes because he got some crazy takes. Do we still love him? Yes. You feel me? And that's how I gotta be, man. I'm gonna catch you on the next one, man. Like, comment, subscribe. Am I wrong, man? Like, let me know, man. Comment down below. I'm up, man. I'm gonna catch you on the next one.